Hi there, my name is Craig Wilkie. I'm the pastor at Sure Foundation Lutheran Church here in Brandon, South Dakota, and I'm excited today to tell you a little bit about the Laying the Foundation campaign. We chose this name, Laying the Foundation, for obvious reasons in connection to our church's name, but also to keep our mind focused on the foundation that we build our church on. That even though we are planning to build a church, that ultimately our church is built on Christ. He is the only foundation. He is the only reason that we meet on Sunday mornings in the first place, and we want to make sure that that stays a central focus for us even throughout this campaign. I want to talk to you a little bit about the specifics of the campaign here, and one of the things that I want to start off by talking about is the pledges. Some of you may be familiar with pledges and have done pledges before. Some of you may not have done pledges before, but essentially a pledge is, here's what I plan to give over the course of a certain period of time. And so we're asking our members to make a pledge over the course of 3 years. That we're asking our members to say, here's how much I can give over and above my regular offering consistently over 3 years, and here's why we're asking you to do that. We're asking you to do that because it helps our leadership plan the best that we can to manage the gifts that God has given us and to be wise stewards of the gifts that God has given us. Also, a benefit of taking a pledge is that it allows you to think a little bit more intentionally about what you plan to give to the church, so that we can all contribute to this effort together. You've all been gifted with different gifts. To some of you, God has given a lot. To some of you, God has given a little, and it's our responsibility to be good stewards of what God has given us. And so from March 3rd to April 14th, we will be taking pledges. There will be a pledge card that you can fill out and that you can either put in the offering plate, or you can put it in a box near the front door of our worship space. If you are not able to attend worship, or if you are not a member of the church but you would like to pledge something, you may mail those to our mailing address. You'll find that on our website. Our goal in this is to be good stewards of what God has given us. So I thank you ahead of time for filling out pledges. Our goal is to have 100% pledge participation from members of our congregation. What a great way that would be to show that we are all in this together. I want to talk a little bit about one-time gifts here as well. Because during that stretch from March 3rd to April 14th, we'd like to encourage one-time gifts for a variety of reasons. One of the main reasons is that our money will go further on the front end of this campaign versus on the back end of this campaign. Once we have a mortgage and we are paying on that mortgage and we want to make extra payments, we of course will have interest on top of the principal payments. And so your dollars will go further on the front end of that campaign, which is why we want to encourage one-time gifts. In addition to that, we have had a donor step up and offer a $80,000 kickoff dollar for dollar matching arrangement. And so for this first 6 weeks, we'd love to take full advantage of that $80,000 matching opportunity by encouraging one-time gifts. These can also be somewhat creative gifts too. Whether it's a required minimum distribution, that's something that can be used. It can be a stock. It can be a lot of different things that we could use for these one-time gifts. We can think creatively about some of that as well, if that's a capability that you have. It could even be something long-term, like including Sure Foundation in your will, so that you make sure that you leave a legacy here of gospel ministry in Brandon, and so that future generations are blessed through those gifts. I also want to make you aware of a CEF grant that we will be receiving. CEF stands for Church Extension Fund. This is the fund that we are applying, our church is applying to get a loan from, and they also offer grants to mission congregations. We received a grant from them when we purchased our land, and that's who our loan came from. We will also be applying to them for a loan here, and we'll receive a grant from them. It is a 2-to-1 matching grant, and so we estimate that will be about $450,000 in grant money that will go towards defraying the cost of this building project. There'll be plenty more information and updates to come throughout this process, but thank you for taking time to learn a little bit about the Laying the Foundation campaign. Financially, we would love to lay a solid foundation so that future generations in Brandon might be blessed by the stewardship that we have exhibited now, and so that future generations at Sure Foundation may thrive. Thank you for your generosity ahead of time, and thank you for being a part of this wonderful mission to build a church here in Brandon.